¿Qué tal a todos? Nos encontramos aquí junto a Lord of the Lost, la banda alemana que hace su debut en algunos instantes acá en Chile.
Sí, claro.
Nos encontramos aquí con Chris, the Lord Arms. How are you, Chris?
I was just about to say that, what you just said in Spanish, but you were quicker than me, sorry. I'm fine. And this is our second try, actually.
This is our second
try.
Yeah,
we tried an online interview before, but my connection died, and so I decided that we fly here to meet you for the interview. Yeah.
The best interview ever for me. Nos encontramos aquí con Lord of the Lost entonces en los camarines minutos antes de que salgan y vamos a comenzar entonces a entrevista. Chris, this is your first time in South America. How's been your expectations so far?
I did not have any expectations, and we always try not to have any expectations when you go to a new country, and because always the best to just be surprised, is if you there's actually, most countries in the world you just know from documentaries and movies or whatever, but the thing is, this time again we've been to two new countries now. 2 days ago Argentina, today Chile. All the things that I have seen so far is backstage rooms, hotel rooms, planes, airports, buses. That's it. So that's always the thing. You go to a country, you actually want to experience something, but you need to come back as a private person later with some more time, because we don't have the time to experience any kind of culture or whatever.
So you didn't have much knowledge about Chile before this?
I just know it might be the longest country in the world, maybe.
Maybe, yes.
Like if I look on the map, so it actually consists mostly of coast and mountains. So you have like this mountain line and this coastline.
Cordillera de los Andes.
Yeah, I know people speak Spanish. I know it's in South America. And I know it does not have to be mixed up with chili con carne. That's something else.
That's something else. Yes,
yeah.
That's very important.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that they're the same thing.
But maybe you can tell me like 3 very short things that actually everyone should know about Chile.
Somos un país. We are a country with all the weathers that you can imagine, from desert to the deep south that's very cold, so much rain. We have all the weathers that you can imagine.
Yeah, because it's a whole continent.
Yes. Yeah. We export copper.
Coffee?
No, copper.
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 Copper. Oh yeah.
Copper.
Mm-hmm.
And wine.
Mm-hmm.
We had one of the best wines in the world.
Okay, so someone gave me a wine today, so.
That's great. Well, and so far, what can you tell me about the South American crowd?
It's extremely loud. So, we just played one South American concert. Most people think Mexico is South America as well, but it's Middle America. So actually, Argentina 2 days ago was our first South American concert, and what was new to us, we never had that before, that between the songs people started chanting like on football games, like ole 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 and these kind of things. We don't have that in Germany. We never had that in any other country, so that was new. Extremely loud audience, wild and vivid and very good.
That's great. Last year you released Blood and Glitter, an album that has had an incredible success, positioning itself in European rankings and give it a lot of notoriety worldwide. How do you feel about the result of this album?
We're super happy. We wouldn't have put it out if we wouldn't have been super happy with it. It's like we've been super happy with every record. So it's like we decide to do a new concept, we go for the concept, and we don't release things that we are not happy with. Really, so we love it. We are fans of ourselves, and I think that is very important. If you don't really love what you're doing, then you're in the wrong band.
Wow, that's a really good answer.
No, I think that's important to say, because sometimes musicians say things like, you can't say you're a fan of yourself, or you shouldn't listen to your own music so much, and so it sounds so arrogant. I don't think it's arrogant if you think that the music that you do for yourself is the best. It doesn't mean that we are better than others, but personally, for yourself, it should be your best. Why would I do anything other than what is best for me? You know, so you need to be your biggest fan to really be true, and that doesn't mean that you think that you're better than others, but you need to really like and love what you do.
Wow, that's so deep and so correct. I think the same way. Now, with the main single of the album, you are in the contest of Eurovision.
Yeah.
And that makes you to meet the king,
Yeah.
Charles III. How was for him, the king, meet the Lord?
It must have been a huge honor. I think so. No, it was funny. You know, it's like, in the end, we all are humans, and of course, like, you know, these people from the press all your life, and then you just stand in front of a person who speaks very quietly, is very friendly, very humble, and then leaves. And it was a nice talk. I'm not like, I don't take all these royals thing too seriously, but it was nice.
That's
Yeah,
great.
it was a nice thing. And actually, I must say, like, from a marketing perspective, it was very good, because like those pictures went around the world.
Yes.
So many people just saw that because of us. So thanks to King Charles III for helping us. This was one of the best marketing campaigns we could have had. So it's the truth. Yeah.
And I think that Blood and Glitter is characterized for being an album where you make a fun of the trolls and you laugh about yourself.
Yeah.
Something that has always characterized you. Do you think that one is the reason why you have such a great success?
Yeah, maybe not making fun of the trolls, but we had 2 albums that were very, you know, like metaphysical in a way. We had this mythological theme, then the Judas theme, which I don't want to call it religious, because it wasn't about religion. It was more a philosophical approach. So in these records, all those songs with more urban topics didn't really have a place. On an album like Judas, you can't do a song like "Leave Your Hate in the Comments." No. It's like, why? So and for Blood and Glitter, the concept was like, from the outside, when you look at it, it's like an up-tempo party record with a live show feeling. But when you look inside, it's so much more. So it's glitter from the outside, and inside there's the things that keep us alive, and these are also like our feelings, our thoughts, very personal things, very like daily life things. And I think this record helped people, and also all our fans out there, to connect with us again in a different way, because it wasn't like just diving into some strange other world. That's an album which actually is about our daily life.
Yeah.
And I think people waited for that. It's very direct. We don't use a metaphor to say something, we just say something, you know.
Loud and clear.
Yeah, and that was nice, and we love that contrast, because after 2 records, like painting weird pictures, it was nice to just show a plain photography, you know. So.
No, that's very cool. Now you have been known by your fans and your co-workers as a very hard worker person. You had 24 years of experience since you started to make music.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
What's motivated you to get all the things one step further?
I don't really know, actually. It's like, I don't know what is motivating me. It's just there.
You love the work.
Yeah, I love it, but it's not like that I'm like addicted to work, and it doesn't matter what kind of work it is. I need work, just whatever it is. I love creating things, and when I work for things Lord of the Lost related or music productions which I really like, it doesn't feel like work, it still feels like a hobby, and maybe that's the motivation. Although Lord of Lost has become my job meanwhile, or music production has become my job, or songwriting, it still feels like a hobby. It still feels like, because I would do the same in my free time, you know. So maybe that's the motivation. Maybe, yeah, it's hard work, but it always feels like I'm having fun with it. Not always. Every job sucks at times.
But the most of the time you have enjoyed it.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, you know, don't get me wrong. Like, it's not like it's like being in paradise, like all the time. Oh, there's butterflies everywhere. Everything is so easy. It's really hard work, and sometimes I fucking hate it. Sometimes I even hate to go on stage because I'm tired, I don't feel well. But then I go on stage and then I see the people cheering, I see how happy they are by the things that we created, and then I realize that's the reason why I'm doing this, and it makes me happy again. And so, you know, it always goes full circle somehow.
That's great. Do you think that the music of Lord of the Lost has aged well?
Has what?
Aged well.
Aged well. No, I think we're still cringe. Like, I don't know. I don't think about it. You know, the thing is, what I said in the beginning, as long as we're happy with it, as long as I'm happy with it, as long as everyone in the band is happy with your role in the band, the music you do, the music we write, the whole process, I think you can call it well aging, because you know, we always set our own trends, and I think we aged well. I think I look better than 3 years ago.
Ahí vamos a dejar la pregunta a la gente que está viendo para que responda esa pregunta. ¿Se ve
Oh,
mejor que
don't
se
say
ve?
that. Oh.
No, we're going to let the people say that. What do you think about the comparison of the music that you make with We Start Lord of the Lost and the music that you're making now?
It's of course, when I look back, every record has its own color and something, and I even think that with some songs we are closer again to a record like Fierce than we have been like 2 albums before. And in a way we might even get closer to Fierce with the next record we do, because we want to do something real dark after Blood and Glitter. And but I know it's changing all the time, but I can just repeat myself. If you just do what makes you happy, then it always feels like your own. It doesn't feel like, okay, I'm so different now, because it's a natural process. It's things with like fashion. When you look at pictures of yourself 10 years ago, you might have worn a different jacket or something, and that time back again, everything felt like completely right for you. Now you look back and you're like, that might be weird, but at that time it was the perfect thing for you. And that's the same with music. So it's of course we would do things differently right now, but there's no way to really describe it. So sorry for the long answer, because that was not the question, I think. But it's hard to say like how we evolved. It's something you can't
just do it.
Yeah, you just do it. It's something you can't really find words for. You know, first we've been a little this, and then that, and then we became a little that. It doesn't work. It's music. So listen to it, don't describe it.
That's good. Yeah. Hey, what plans do you have for Lord of the Lost for the future?
We go on tour with Iron Maiden in summer.
Yes.
Again. And then we have like a very rich festival summer. We have a tour in fall. We have a backliner who's closing the door. No, it's our keyboard player. Thank you. Hello. And next year in spring and also in fall, I hope to come back here by then. We are having our 15 years of Lord of Lost tour.
Yes.
And at the end of the year, we're going to release something, but it's not a new record per se. But it's something.
It's something new.
It's something new, but also something old, I guess. You will see. Yeah.
That's great. And for getting at the end to this interview, what do you want to say to your Chilean fans?
I have only met 2 so far. They were waiting for us in front of the concert hall, giving us wine from Chile, of course. So these are the only Chile fans that I ever really met personally. So I want to tell them thank you, and to all the others that are coming tonight, I meet you in like half an hour.
That's great. Thank you so much for your time, Chris. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for accepting me here while you are putting your makeup and all the things.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Nos vemos entonces aquí en Rogaxis.
Sí.